turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's.
On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40. 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. This defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Well, Bengals at 9-3 here on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb down to about the 45. Well, these two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 36, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Fights through, and now a crease. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
You give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. Stop.
Burrow will throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a turn and a give to Mixon. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Burrow looking to pass. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shout of confidence for everyone on the offense.
Chubb will get the call running left. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
From the 44, Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Watson off play action, steps away. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
11
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, you know, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
Here we go, here we go.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here we go, get on.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Watson on first down. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. On first down, Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Now Chubb running right. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
11 MT, 11 MT. 12, 12, 12.
Now it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
65 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 17, Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
11 MT. 12. 11 MT, tight. 11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Touchdown Bengals. Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Browns drive about to get started. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played,
Here we go.
all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And attempted a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. And Burrow going to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here we go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they go play action now. Burrow. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And some room to maneuver. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. Running right through him. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They'll try the air now with Watson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 24. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow will throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. Working with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
I gotta go.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and
11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd from 10 yards out. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So now the Bengals' offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now, Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision could get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Greg Newsome. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. a real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game plan. I ain't perfect, far from it, what can I say, man? I feel unstoppable, losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line, do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. It felt like yesterday, I was just driving my grandma